This project ended up having to pull out all the cabinets in that commercial kitchen area, and as well as all the carpet, but we ended up with a couple thousand square feet of asbestos tile underneath all that carpet.
Let's go!
Entrepreneurs are the place to be. You gotta push, push. Yo, keep up the faith, but move hastily. Push, push. Live out your passions and take your dreams. Push, yeah, push. Overcome struggles and celebrate victories. Right, push.
Hey, we're out here at a recent project that we got called out to, and it's a church that had a flood from recent floods in the area, and it's a pretty large project, large loss, lots of flooding, about a foot deep water in the entire basement of this church, and we're gonna go in and take a look and see what all we're gonna have to do and see how we're gonna accomplish this. Okay, so we're gonna walk in here and see what all we're dealing with and see how bad it really is. We've gotten about majority of the water out is gone, and so now what we're doing is we're just trying to assess the situation as to how much material is going to have to come out and what our drying process is going to be. Hey guys, here I am again. I'm in a about 80-year-old church, and they had a major flood, so I'm here trying to figure out the best way to mitigate this and figure it out. And it's kind of a crazy one. We had about a foot of water in the property, and it's pretty bad. It's been sitting for about a week with them not knowing what to do with it. So we're on site here trying to get that figured out, and we're gonna see where it goes from here. But it looks like a pretty good sized project that we're gonna have to take care of. So we've just got some preliminary measures going on right now. We've got some dehumidifier stage and some air scrubbers. There was about a foot of water down here before it receded. So for right now, we've got that going. We've got about 200 calls in the area, so we're pretty backed up, and we're trying to make sure that we can do the best we can for them right now until we can get more manpower here and more equipment. So for now, we've got some dehumidification going on, some air scrubbers, trying to get it under control, and gonna get rid of some of the carpet that's in here before we start the rest of the deconstruction and final mitigation. So check it out. Hey, so I just got back from my trip down to Iowa. I'm back in our Minnesota office, and I had to cut it short because I had to get back, but just want to kind of give a recap of what I was doing down there, why I went down there. Obviously, we get people down there that can handle projects and whatnot, but this is one of those situations for us that, or for me, that when a kind of a catastrophe type situation comes up and a lot of projects start coming in quickly, and some of these bigger projects like this church that I brought you into come up, I really want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward. And there's a lot of situations where that, without getting in too much detail, if it's not handled properly, if it's, conversations aren't gone about in quite the right way, or maybe a little bit more delicate, some of the smallest little things that are said or the way things are handled could change the outcome of the entire project. And so what I mean is that when you're first bringing on a client, if you can instill the right amount of confidence in the right way, or if some things come up that are a little bit bigger than maybe your everyday guys have dealt with much, and you need to convince a board, say, of a church that you do have the background, you do have the experience, that you can handle this project, that they're in good hands, that you're the company for that. Not that our people couldn't do that or don't have that, but it just isn't necessarily their everyday thing. And certain questions come up that they don't get asked on a daily basis. And if you get one opportunity, so if they're not handled exactly right then and there, it could really mean the difference of, winning or losing a really big project, or, maybe starting a project off on the wrong foot. So it's not, maybe you're still going to get the project, but they don't have as much confidence. Therefore, they're kind of questioning how you're doing things all the way through. And that's really not the way we want to start any kind of a project, is, being questioned from the beginning. We really want to let them know and feel that, hey, they've got the right people, everything's going to be in good hands. Now it's just a matter of, you're the expert, and they're going to come to you for, whatever questions they have, and feel completely good about that, and trust your decisions on how things are had. Because you start talking, large properties that have a huge community behind their decisions, there's a lot of weight that goes into that, and they have to, the board members have to answer to people, and they have to know that the answers they're giving them come from a good place, and that they're trustworthy. So there's just a lot that goes into that. I had to pull out early, like I said, so I get back. What we didn't get to see was this project ended up having to pull out all the cabinets in that commercial kitchen area, and as well as all the carpet. But we ended up with a couple thousand square feet of asbestos tile underneath all that carpet. So it turned into quite a big project. And I don't know if maybe in another episode we'll get to see some video and images from that, and how that went down with how we performed all those services. But for now, had to get back. I got to get to it. So that's all I got. Not a really exciting day, with water and fire restoration stuff, but that's pretty much what it involved today. So listen, if you like this episode, please subscribe and ding the bell, so that if you subscribe, you get notifications when we have new episodes come out. And really appreciate you watching. Can't tell you enough how much it means that you guys are all tuning in, and the comments we're getting. So thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.